I'm David Pakman in Denver, Colorado at the National Conference for Media Reform. I'm here with Jean-Philippe Tremblay, Director of Shadows of Liberty. 6 years to produce. Censorship, corporate control of media. What was the impetus for working on this film?
Well, we wanted to make a film with Dog Factory and the Bertha Foundation about what matters most to people. The goal of our independent media organization is to investigate and research subjects that are most important to people, to the mass population. And during our research, we came upon a book by an amazing American journalist. His name is Ben Begdikian. He wrote a book entitled The New Media Monopoly. And the New Media Monopoly looks at American media and says that 5 corporations control most of the media in the United States and around the world. So by looking at this, it was clear to us that media is the most important subject for everyone, because no matter what you're interested about, whether it's environment or politics or business or culture, we learn about that through the media. So it's important to really know where the media comes from, that most of it is controlled by these conglomerates, and their bottom line is profit. So what we get is a lot of stories, a lot of news stories that are full of propaganda, lies, distortion, and that's what we've investigated in the film.
So I think a lot of people understand this, or they've at least heard about this idea that these 5 big corporations control most media. But for people who aren't making the connection directly to what is the downside, how is the average media consumer negatively affected by that? Talk about that a little bit. In other words, how is that bad?
Well, the thing is that we live in a democracy, and no matter what you want to call the societies we live in, what's really important for us to live our lives is to get information about where we live, information about how we can become educated, make choices in our lives. We have to make a living. So information is really the pillar of any society, especially a democratic society. Here in the United States, democracy was based upon journalism, the right to information, the freedom to information. And so when we understand that information is the most important thing in our lives, it's important for us to get that right information. And when it's filtered through corporations or through conglomerates whose main interest is profit, and who have other interests as well. It's not only the media that or news organizations that they own and run. Some of these conglomerates have other business interests, like defense contracts, or they make nuclear energy, or they make weaponry. So we have to know this, and that's the problem, is that when information is filtered through these corporations, we don't actually get the real truth to stories, and we need to get down to the truth, because that's the most important thing. That's how we can make proper decisions about who we vote for in elections. And
I think a lot of times also it's not as overt. In other words, as a casual consumer of media, one might not realize, I remember when the Deepwater Horizon oil spill happened, and within days, right after Wolf Blitzer says, we'll take a break with more information about Deepwater Horizon after this, then a BP commercial comes on. That was kind of, for a lot of people, they really saw it, right? It was a very clear connection of the problem. But throughout the year, on an ongoing basis, I don't think people necessarily realize those conflicts of interest when they just casually consume news.
You're absolutely right, and I guess that's part of the reason why we wanted to make the film, was really to bring awareness to how deep the problem is, and how much control these corporations have. And exactly, it's not black and white anymore. I mean, we look at dictatorships around the world and throughout history. It used to be black and white. We knew that the person in power was a dictator, controlled all the newspapers, and the citizens living within that dictatorship knew that.
Right.
It was a very black and white kind of decision they had to make. Whereas now, the propaganda through these corporations has become so sophisticated that it's very hard for us to notice. And if you watch our film Shadows of Liberty, you can see to the extent how far these corporations go to make up their stories and to also follow government lines, official sources, these kinds of things that a lot of the time leads us to more war, leads us to more corruption. We follow this in the film by looking at journalists who are trying to report the truth out of stories, stories out of wars that are happening around the world, corporations running businesses around the world, and we see that when these journalists report on power, they're stopped to do their reporting and they're brushed aside, and they're done by these very extremely powerful institutions such as the American government and the corporations that support it.
The film is Shadows of Liberty. Jean-Philippe Tremblay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, David.